Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. First off, if you could hear any background noise, I'm sorry, my husband is playing Smash Bros. In the next room. But here we are, I finally got into it. This is the Hero Droid BB-8 I got for Christmas from my mom, which is really, really cool. Definitely one that I never expected to get because he was always really expensive, so I never was going to get him for myself. But she found him on a great deal. And he's just kind of been sitting, waiting for a review, because these reviews aren't quite as ordinary as sitting in front of the camera. You know, there's a lot more movement, so they're sometimes a little bit harder to film. But here we are. I'm just sitting on the floor in the collection room here. And the packaging is great. I mean, it's like black, kind of like Black Series packaging, and it just is very large. As you can tell, the scale of it is very huge. But on the front you get BB-8, and it says Hero Droid BB-8 follows your voice commands, fully interactive droid, real lights and sounds, which is really cool. At the bottom it says Disney. It's from Spin Master, and this is the actual size of the BB-8. I actually mistook that for BB-8 being actual size, and I'm like, this BB-8 is smaller than the one in the movie, but it meant that the picture is the actual size, which is very large. On the side, you just get another different picture of BB-8, but it's all the same information. On the back here, you get a little bit more, and then you get some pictures. It comes with a remote. And then on the other side, another picture, another remote. So basically, very similar things all around. So just opening him up, he was pretty easy to open. He's just in this really big box, which is great to store him in, for now at least. But basically, I have him here, and I've actually taken him out and whatnot and done a lot, but he just kind of fits in there. And then I've got his accessories in this bag with the instruction booklet, his remote, as well as his antennas, which when you drive him, I'll explain a little bit. You might not want to keep him on, but there he is. He looks great. So I am going to take him out of the box and actually move rooms. I'll explain why, and show him out for you guys. So stay tuned. Alrighty, so here we are. Here is BB-8, and I just have him turned on. Basically, and now he's coming to me. There is a slot on his side here that turns on his body, and then on the back of his head, he has one right here that turns on his head. And then there also is a remote that you can use to control him. There's a couple different features, if he just quits talking over me, that I will show you. His antenna also are removable. I just put them in to show you. One big thing, though, to note about this droid is you got to be really careful with the head. You have to, like, click it on because it's magnetic, and then it, like, locks when you twist it. So a lot of times his head comes off, which is why you don't want to drive him with the antennas. So I just have my little Sphero BB-8 in comparison for, like, size and kind of detail. This one's obviously, like, super smooth. This one has cracks and crevices, but I don't have this one charged, so I just kind of brought that in for a little comparison, just a visual. But overall, this droid is really cool. I have him in this room specifically because when I first drove him around, I drove around my hardwood floors, and I've got pets and floors, and they're hardwood, and so it actually gave BB-8 all of these little tiny scratches. You can see he's a little bit dirty. I did wash him off, and they recommend you wash off this droid when you're not using him. But so with him being, he comes to when I say BB-8, but with him being plastic, also a lot of like the pet hair sticks to him, and so that's also something to note. So I put him on this carpet so that I could show you this review and he not get scratched up, because while I like driving him, I don't really want to bang him up super rough, because I just want to display him for the most part. But he does have 3 LED lights. He's got one here in his eye and right here. He keeps trying to go, but I'm just sitting right here. No. So he's really cute, very lifelike, very large, and actually quite heavy. Probably a real little kid wouldn't be able to pick this up, actually. So here is the remote, and it's got 2 joysticks, which is how you control him. If you're not familiar with how to control with 2 joysticks, basically you get the hang of it after a while. It's easiest with like gamers and whatnot are familiar with this layout. But the middle button is a lot of emotes, and then you can also do a follow me mode, which you can like clip this. It has a little, and he just kind of is doing his own thing too. But you have a little clip on the remote, and you could just hook it on your belt, and BB-8 is supposed to follow you around. I haven't really tried that feature, but I've heard it works well. So he also, to note, he's got 2 different charging points, one for his head and one for his body, and the remote takes batteries. I will include a little bit of drive footage probably so that you guys can see. But overall, I think he's great. I don't know how much my mom paid for him because I got him for Christmas, but she said she got a great deal on him. But he's great. He's really big. I think that he looks very lifelike, for sure, and I think he's got a lot of really cool features. But I will kind of show you those in just a moment, probably off camera, or well, without sound, so that I can kind of give you a better demonstration of them, because it's a little bit hard to control with, I just have one hand because I'm holding my camera in the other. But that's kind of it. He's really big, he's super awesome, and I think that he's kind of fun in comparison to the other little robot I have, which is the Sphero BB-8. Definitely this one's cool because he makes his own noises and has like a lot of very lifelike things. This one's really cool too, though. If you're interested, I have a review over not BB-8 but BB-9E. So it's in my collectibles playlist, I believe. But it's same basic concept. But I think that this BB-8 is super cool. I'm very excited to display him. I think he's fantastic. So let me show you those clips real quick of kind of driving him around so that you can see what he's like. Alrighty guys, and that is BB-8 with his low battery. He's been charged for quite some time. I charged him the day after Christmas and played with him, and then he's been charged since I'm recording this video, which is the 5th of January. So his batteries last a pretty long time in terms of use, probably like an hour and a half, I would bet. But really cool overall. Like I said, the only like downsides to this probably are going to be that if you drive him on hardwood floors, he's going to get little micro scratches, and he's going to get dirt kind of around him probably. So be sure to wipe him off after you're finished. Another downside is that his antenna can get bent when his head falls off. I think he's pretty durable, but you know, you don't want to like test it too much. Unlike the Sphero BB-8, who doesn't actually have any working pieces in his head, it's just a magnet. This BB-8 does. Obviously, he's got a lot of functions in his head, so you don't want to like be too rough with it. And maybe if you're letting a smaller child play with it, you might remove the antenna from him. But other than that, I think he's really cool. I think he's great. He's a huge BB-8. He's very heavy and really easy to control. The video that you saw, I was just trying to control him within the carpet for the most part, so I didn't really go that far. He is easiest to control in like wide open spaces because he can kind of get a little bit of like vrump with him. Like he kind of goes kind of fast sometimes. So other than that, he's pretty easy to control when you have a large enough space. But if he is going too fast and hit something, his head will come off. But I thought he was pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed, guys. Bye.